So, welcome once again in this session. So far, we have discussed lots of C# programming concepts, just like we started from the data types, then we discussed different kind of string concatenations, some mathematical operations, and like as you know that everything new concept we are discussing in separate classes. So you can see we have discussed last time we have discussed if else condition as well, in which kind of situations we would need if and else condition. Please be on mute. Whoever is not having- yeah. How to write if condition, how to write else condition, how to write else if condition. So yeah, yeah. Please be on mute. Who is on unmute? May I request everyone to please be on mute. Yeah, Jassi, could you please mute yourself?
Yeah,
Mute कर लो
करो करो.
please. Okay. So yeah. So then there were some limitations of if and else condition. So we use switch case statements to overcome that, like to break the statement and all these kind of things that we already have discussed in details in the past sessions. So going forward, today we are going to discuss really good concepts, and you may be aware you someone have you heard about that? You definitely have been heard about that, and that is very important as well. So today we will discuss that loops. Still like जैसे आपका म्यूट नहीं है प्लीज म्यूट कर दो. हाँ, क्लास थोड़ी सी डिस्टर्ब होगी अदरवाइज.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you so much. So yeah, so we'll discuss loops today. Okay, loops. So actually, that is very important to understand the loops because, like in our further sessions, when we will be discussing array or some array list, and even Selenium Selenium, whenever you will be working in real time Selenium project, every day you would be needed loops. Okay, so it's very important topic from today onwards. Like I would need your more intention regarding these things. Okay. We'll also discuss some common mistakes, so which type of loops we can use and where, and basic syntax of loop. Okay, so let's start the discussion from here. Let me tell you, for example, there were few things that I need to discuss with you. Let us say if you have to print something, for an example, you may need to print just like print 1 to 10 for an example. How would you do that? There are multiple ways to do that. For an example, you have to print from 1 to 10. Would you do like this? Just like console dot write line, for an example, say 1 or 2, 3. Would you do like this? So if you will do like this, then like it will print, yeah, it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that is okay, but like this is not, this is very bad code. Okay, tomorrow you may have to print from 1 to 1000, then how much line of code, redundant line of code would be there? There would be like next to impossible things would be there. So it's not a good practice. We cannot do we cannot print the values, the repetitive values, the single task, like we have to print that 1 to 10, then we cannot do like this. It's not a good practice. So how to overcome this? Like what can we do to print this? That is the thing, that loop comes into the scenario, and our loops can do this job very well. So first, I would start like this task can be easily handled by while loop. So I'll start with the while loop. I'll create a new class over here and then we'll discuss the loop. Let me create new class. As I told you that how to create classes, add class. Let's say while loop. Okay. So in while loop, we are going to discuss few things that I told you. But before going forward, let's understand the syntax of while loop. So here I have pasted one of the image. So you can see over here, this is the flow diagram of while loop. So while loop will work like this. This is the starting point of while loop. This will start, and after starting, we will check one condition. If our condition is true, okay, then our statement will get executed. And if the condition itself not true or false, then the program will get terminated or close out, exit. Okay, it's very simple. Start, check the condition whether it's true or false. If it's true, execute the statement. Again, check the condition. If it's again true, do the statement. Again, check the condition. As much as time this particular condition is getting true, okay, this condition is getting like this is boolean kind of condition, whether it would be true or false. So as much as times this condition is true, our statement will get executed. And once the condition is getting false, immediately your program execution will get stopped over here or will come out of from the loop. Okay. Okay. So let me let's discuss this programmatically. So we can say, let me explain it in more details. For an example, so what you have over here, it's a very simple syntax. Just like you have to start from here. Okay, just start it and check the condition. Okay, verify, then execute your program. This is your program. Okay, and otherwise, like come out of or like stop executions. So how this will work? So first we will start it. Okay, as soon as we will start it, this is our like we will verify some conditions over here. We will verify the conditions over here. Then or this is our line of code we will write over here. We will write the line of code for to check the conditions. Then again we will verify if this condition is getting passed. We will come again execute our code. We'll again verify our condition is passed. As much as time this condition will get passed, we will keep on rotating inside these two boxes. And if your condition itself is false, then we will come out of this loop. This loop will get terminated. So let's look it in programmatically. So yeah, so we have to write that condition in such a way that we can come out of the loop. Okay. So let's discuss over here. As we have discussed that for that we would be needed a man method. So we already have took a man method over here. So let's call it yeah, man. Okay, let's close all these things and come out of yeah. So this is our man method. Inside this we have to write our logic. So for an example, the same logic we want to make over here. Print 1 to 10. So in this while loop, to achieve these things using while loop, we are discussing the while loop first. Okay. So first we need to initialize a variable, just like integer. For an example, I. I is very famous variable name. Okay, integer I is equal to 1. Now this is the starting point of our program. We can say start. that we have discussed in diagram. Okay? We have discussed this start. So integer we have like initialize one of our like integer, or we can say any kind of value that is called as a starting point. We may consider anything could be there, like a string or like a boolean kind of value or any other value, any kind, any sort of values would be there. Then here, the second step, this is our first step, I would say. The second step is that we need to write some conditions. We need to check some conditions. Okay. So the condition is like while. This is the syntax of while loop. Okay. You can see while would be like in short. We'll start with the like small letters while. So here we have to define our condition. Okay. So our condition is like that supply condition, just like boolean true or false would be there. So by default it's true. So we cannot say like always it should be true. If this will always be true, then our loop will never get terminated. It always keep on rotating. Verify the condition again true, again true. There would be infinite. This will be called infinite loop. I'll discuss that as well. So before that, can I write it like this console dot write line or print I over here? So what do you think? Like, what would be the output of this? If I write like this, okay, we are. This is first statement, and this is our like second statement. Verify condition. Okay. So what would kind of the output we may get from here? We can expect from here. So anyone like Ashwini, what do you think? What kind of output we gonna have?
Yeah, here I will be printed many times and one only. And
Okay.
condition is always true.
Okay. Let us see. Let me execute it and see the output. It's building the solution and so you see the 1111 is getting printed n number of times. Let me stop it. You can stop execution from this red mark. Stop debugging. Okay. Yeah. So like how this is doing. This is very bad code though. But like how this is doing. Although this concept may needed in some kind of logics. Please be on mute. Yeah. So this concept also needed sometimes, but I let you know that where we can have these kind of scenarios where we will need infinite. So this is kind of infinite loop. First, we have defined I is equal to 1. We will check while condition this is true, then we have to print I. Again, or access will come over here. We'll again check the condition. We'll print it again. Again, the condition like this will come over here according to the diagram that we have discussed. So every time this is gonna print 1111, and the loop will never get like break. So like what is the solution of this, like how we can limit it to the 10, like, and even though it's not printing 1 2 3 4 5 6, it's always it's printing like 1111. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to like provide in plus plus operator, or we can say a kind of value that can increase our value of I. So the new syntax would be like this. From here we can say, let's comment it out. Okay, write one more while. So again, like to print this I, after printing this I, we can say I plus plus. Yeah. Now what will happen? Okay. Now what will happen? First, this is our starting point again. Then this is our second point. We'll verify the condition. We'll print one over here. Then as soon as we'll print one over here in the next statement, we are going to add. This is we already have discussed in one of our like session. We already have discussed the meaning of pre-increment and post-increment. What we are doing over here, we are just increasing the value of I plus 1. Okay, this is like I plus 1. If I is 1, then the value is 2. Okay, if I is 3, then the value is 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. So yeah, this is how this will work. So first, initially the value of I is 1, because we already have defined this. Then the here, after adding this 1, this will be true. Then we'll again verify the condition. The condition on always true this time. But what we will get the output 2, and then 2 will be increased with one more value. The next time 3, 4, and so on. But like the execution will also, we will get the values like 1 to 100 or thousands, but the execution will never get stopped here as well, because our condition is always true. Let's execute it and see the result by yourself. Yeah, let me execute it. Yeah, from here you can see that like thousands of values started getting printed, incrementing values. But yeah, this is also kind of infinite loop, that is like not the. So what we need to do to solve this problem, we need to create this condition, while condition, in such a way that our program should get the fixed number of threads you should be running. Okay, and there should be a condition where like we can come out of the loop. There should be a condition that we need to basically we need to define a proper condition over here. We cannot directly give true or false over here. If we directly give false, then the execution will never come inside over these statements. So we have to define a condition over here. So let's make a condition. Can I write it like this? I should be less than or equal to 10. Okay, can I write like this? Yeah. So if I'll write like this, first we'll see the execution result. Okay, how the result would be of this particular statement. Yeah, let's see the execution result. Yeah, it's perfectly fine that we were expecting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 10. Okay. So how did that work? Simply, we have defined integer I is equal to 1. Okay. This is our starting point. This is our, like, we can say, conditional statement. First, I is less than 10. Yes, less than equal to 10. Yeah, 1 is always less than equal to 10. We have printed 1 over here. Then increase the value with 1. Okay, then now what, the value of 1 now, the value of 1 is now 2. Okay, then 2 will again come over here. Let me bring it. Okay, so the 2 will come again, come over here. This will verify, 2 is less than equal to 10. Yes, 2 is less than equal to 1. Come inside the loop, print 2 with this line. Okay, first we printed 1, then print 2, then increased 2 with one more value. 2 plus I plus plus means 2 plus plus 2 plus plus 3. Then we'll verify the condition again over here. 3 is less than equal to 10. Yes, 3 is less than equal to 10. Okay, so yeah, this is how this will work. But what will happen, like at 10 value? So at 10, this will verify 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it's not less than, but it's equal to 10. Okay, either is less than or equal to. So yeah, 10 is equal to 10. The 10 will get printed. And in the next line, we will increase the 10 value with 1. Hello, can you hear me? I think you guys can hear me.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So in the last statement, the 10 plus 1 would be 11. So we'll again verify the condition. 11 is less than equal to 10. No, it's not. At the same time, this is our like terminating point. This loop will get terminated and will come out of the loop. This is how this entire like loop will work. So yeah, this is very authentic. Tomorrow, like someone may say us, please print 1 to 100. So we just need to write like 100 over here, nothing else. We can print. If someone says print 1 to 1000, we need to define our number over here, nothing else. Okay, that's why we have to like to print these like repetitive kind of values, or same kind of iteration we need to execute. Then we have to use these values. It's like we have need to print 1 to 100. Yeah, we just change a single value. Let us see the result. Yeah, you can see 1 to 100 easily got printed over here. Yes. So that means our logic is good. So can I write it like this? I plus plus 2, let's make it 10. Can I write it like this? Plus plus I, let me comment it. So will our loop will still work? Let us see. Yes, it's we are getting the expected output. Why so? Because ultimately we have to increase the value by 1, whether it's post increment or pre increment. That was post increment. First we have 1, then plus 1 is equal to 1, and here we have like 1 plus I. This is condition of like this. Okay, 1 plus I. So here we also are getting the value increased by 1. So first we will initially the value of I is 1, then will come like 1 over here. Before coming over here, this will increase the value by 1, and so on the loop will work. Can I write it like this? Let's comment it. I is equal to I plus 1. Can I write it like this? Yes, of course I can write it like this, because so our main purpose is just to increase the value of I with 1. So yes, what I'm doing over here, always I'm increasing the value of I by 1. First, the value of I is 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Now the latest value of I is 2. Okay, and in the next execution, the latest value of I would be 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Okay, in the next execution, the latest value of I would be 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. Yeah, so purpose should get satisfied. We may write it like this as well. Okay, so as I told you that our ultimate target is to just to increase the value of like variable by 1. Okay, so yeah, I hope you have understood the concept of while loop. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. Let us say integer j is equal to 1. Yeah, and while this is the body of while loop, j is less than equal to 10. Or this concept I already have told you that if this would be true, then this would be called as infinite loop. I'd also tell you that like how where to use infinite loop, what is the value of infinite loop, and all these things. Okay, so say we can write like some conditions inside the loop as well. Okay, in these statements, if you want to write if condition inside this, if else, or whatever condition you may need to specify over here, you can do that. Let us say, just like if you don't want to terminate our loop from this condition, but you want to terminate the loop inside these kind of like logic statements, so you can do it like this. So let us say uh, let's print the value first. Say print, directly print like j. Okay, now increase the value. I'll directly write it j plus plus. Okay, so the same thing that we were doing above, we are doing here as well. Now you may define the condition is slightly. If the condition is like j is equal to 20, okay, then just break it. So will is this the right loop? Can we write like this as well? So right, this is kind of infinite loop, but we are defining the break conditions. We were defining the break condition within this loop. Okay, sometime that at some conditions at some point of time we will get the false result from here. Okay, and that time our program will get terminated. But in this particular case, I am defining that kind of condition inside this loop. We will increase the value, and there would be a condition when this if like this if condition will get satisfied. In first execution, just like say j is equal to 1, j plus plus it would be j would be 2, 2 is equal to 20. No, so this if condition will never get executed. This will get only executed once when the value of j would be 20. If 20 is equal to 20, then this break statement will get executed. Okay, and like this loop terminal. So as I told you that this break statement is used to terminate any kind of loop or statement, okay, to terminate or to close or to exit. So we will get executed from here. Let's see like what kind of output we are going to get from here. This should print like 1 to 19. Let me see the output first, then I'll explain you like why it's printing 1 to 19 only, not 20. Yeah, we get the output from 1 to 19. Why it's showing 1 to 19? Because as you know that when the value of j would be 20, okay, so that time we have put the breakpoint over here. Like we are not printing the value of 20. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing we need to consider over here. I hope you have got this concept. Okay, till 9 we will get this console dot write line. Now the value of j is equal to 20. Now 20 is equal to 20. This if condition getting satisfied and we have break this. That means we didn't printed the 20 again. That's why we got the output from 1 to 100. Okay. So, like as I told you that yeah, we have you all guys got agree. Yeah, we will get infinite loops. So, is there any practical use of infinite loop? Yeah. So, yeah, there are lots of practical use of that particular thing. So, in Selenium, although we have very rare use of that, but like you may have seen some hotels or like there are some other advertising brands. There would be a number of advertising brands. They have some messages always printing outside their like hotel or their shop. Let me tell you what kind of message. Let's say example of infinite loop. Let's say example one. Yeah. First, let me define an infinite loop. Okay. Print. Print something. Welcome to hotel. Let us say Taj. Now, sometime you may visit like Hotel Taj, and at the reception area, there would be always a message is consistently flashing. After some time, you will get welcome. You can define like time over here, like at how much time this you will going to get this kind of values. So if you will execute this, let me this like this, so you can clearly get output. Yeah. So let's execute this. What kind of output you are going to get this particular thing? You see, welcome to Hotel Taj, welcome to Hotel Taj. Infinite time this will get printed through a 24 by 7. This will be working like that. So in this kind of scenario that where we have to flash this kind of value, we need to like keep flashing these kind of messages to welcome that. Okay, we need to do that. Okay. And in like when we are using Facebook or LinkedIn apps, so every time you will scroll it down. You'll open your Facebook app. You will scroll it down. You will keep seeing the messages. There would be no end. Like if you again scroll it, you see your past posts. Then you again scroll. Then you may see your like previous month post. Then like last month, last year. As much as you will scroll it, the Facebook history would read the recipients from the past dates and will reflect to you. That means the infinite loop is working over there as well. Every time you will scroll it, this will show the results from the past. Okay. But yeah, in Selenium, practically like we don't have that much use of it. But yeah, we may need some time. Okay. I'll tell you like in uh, I'll tell you like in which kind of condition we may require infinite loop in Selenium as well. Okay, so yeah. Okay, also, so when you going to practice this loop, this is an assignment for you. So you may write it loud like that. You need to print that reverse values. Okay, reverse means just you need to print. This is kind of assignment for you, like print 10 to 1. Okay, I have already explained you like how to print 1 to 10, but you need to print 10 to 1. Okay, yeah. So just do that from your end and let me know that if you feel any difficulties. Okay, okay. So like we every time you always remember that we have to use while loop when we are not sure about number of cycle or iterations. Okay, in while loop we are not sure. This is important like line about we are not sure about like number of cycle or I can say iteration in case of while loop. Yep. So like we don't know like how much time this will get executed. We don't know. We just need to define. It may be anything like that. Depends upon the logic that we are building. Okay. So yeah, in this is the main like factor of while loop. In this kind of things we need to use the while loop, or we also say like where to use the infinite loop. We can say at the time of paginations. I'll let you know that what is paginations and some kind of Krausol's applications as well. Okay. So let me open a website for you to show you practically. Let's say known.com. This is a kind of website. So there are lots of this is in like kind of Amazon or Flipkart online shopping portal. So there are lots of products available over here. You want to see the next page product. So you can see there is an arrow. You need to click on this. Yeah, this is called Causal. Okay, so you again click on Causal. There are more products. You click on Causal. There are lot more projects. So there is no end. As much as you will click on that, you will going to show some new products. Okay, so like in this thing, like keep clicking on the next. Don't know the number of products. Like we don't know that how many number of products are there. So to handle these kind of things, we may need to use infinite loop. Okay, every time just click on this. Okay, and some other like websites like Go. Let me open it. Go. So in these kind of like you need to select any date. Okay, you have selected your flights and you need to select any kind of date from here. So in this, you don't know that how many times we need to click on that. Okay, so just like you have to select you have to click on the March. So today like just with one click the March is coming over here, but you may know like you may need to go March 23. So you don't know like how many times you need to click on that. So we will write infinite loop here, do it as much time as you want, but if we'll come to the March uh, like 23, then stop over there. So to handle these kind of things, okay, we need to and at the date mark, like date mark, we will put the breakpoints and we'll come out of the loop. So to handle these kind of at the time of implementation, I'll practically show you that how to use while loop over there. So yeah, in these kind of things, we need to use the infinite loop. So I told you that in pagination is I told you that Facebook, FB, or okay, LinkedIn. That in that thing we may need this. And as I just told you that Causal application, that Causal arrow was there. Crousal. Yeah, Causal. Yeah. So I hope you have like get an idea about this. This is all about the while loop, and at the time of practice, we'll use it again, so you will get an idea. Just keep this particular diagram in mind. Start, check the condition, and execute or exit. Yep. Yeah. So this is that for this is enough for while loop. I think it's very simple and one line concept. So going forward, we are going to discuss that for loop. Okay. Let's start the for loop. We'll also see the difference between while loop and for loop. Okay. Let's say we have the same task like print 1, 2, let's say 10. So I have defined the flow chart for this. This is the flow chart. In this, there is a, like we directly initialize the values. Okay, there is no as such starting or kind of one. We directly initialize the values. Then, as soon as we will initialize the value, first we directly going to check the conditions. Okay, we will check the condition. Okay, if our condition is true in the while loop as well, we were checking the condition. If our condition is true, we will perform action. Okay, as soon as the action will be performed, we will be increase or decrease the value. Okay, then again check the condition. This is how this will keep on rotating. Okay, we'll first we'll initialize the value, then we'll check the condition. Okay, we'll increase the value. As soon as we'll again check the condition. Okay, if it's true, then perform action, again increase the value or decrease the value, again check. So this is how this loop will work on. As soon as this condition is again, just like while loop, this condition is false, at that time we will end this loop, we'll close this loop. Okay, so this is how this will work. Let us say like basic difference is that like in the while loop, first we need to start it and then we are doing the other operation. But in the for loop, we are directly initializing and then doing the other step. Okay, so let me tell you the syntax of for loop. So this is how the for loop will get look like. This is the syntax of for loop. Okay, so in for loop, what we have to do, you don't need to write the like define the value just like we are doing over here. Integer j is equal to 1. Don't need to do like that. You can do it like that as well, but like this is the like foremost important structure of this for loop. So first you need to initialize. The first step was initialization. So this is our initialization, the first part. We are initializing the value of I. I is equal to 0. Okay, but like in our scenario, we have to print from 1 to 10. Then let's say I is equal to 1. Okay, we have defined I is equal to 1. Yeah. Now, what this is showing error because we may already have taken the I name variable. So let's take some different name. Let's say something like L is equal to 1. Or L would be little bit complex. So say anything variable name you may write it like F is equal to 1. Okay. So now you have taken the value of we have initialized. This is your first part. The second part was according to the diagram, check the condition. So this is the condition written over here. I is less than length. Okay. So yeah, I'll tell you the concept of length as well. But for an example, for now we have to print the value till 10th. So let's say I is less than 10. Okay, it would be less than equal to, otherwise 10 would not get printed. I is less than equal to 10. Then the next statement, the third statement, perform actions. Then from here we will perform action. What is our action? We just need to print the value. This is our action. Okay. So action is just print the value of f, nothing else. Okay. Then the third statement, first we have initialize, check condition, we perform action. The fourth statement is increase or decrease. So here what we have to do, if the value of I is initially 1, then we have to increase it with one more so that we can print 2. So this is our fourth statement to increase the value. Okay, this will increase the value of I with 1. This will be 2. Now the latest value of I, not I, just say f plus plus. We are taking the f attribute over here. Don't be confused with that. So yeah, then we are doing that. Then again we are verifying the condition. So this is how the syntax will look like. Okay, the execution will first come. from here. This is the first part that will get executed. Okay, integer f is equal to 1. Then this is the first condition. This is the second condition. This will verify if f is less than equal to 10. Yes, this is less than equal to 10. This is the second condition that will get verified. F means 1 is less than equal to 10. This will get verified. And after that, what will happen? This is the third statement. Okay, third statement means our action. We can say our actions. These are our actions. So this is the third. And if we have performed the action, this is the fourth statement. We'll doing increment or decrement over here. This is the fourth statement. Okay. Again, after doing the fourth, this will again verify the condition. Now the latest value of f is 2. F plus plus 1 plus 1, 2. Now again this condition will get verified. If 2 is less than equal to 10, yes, then print. Again increase the value. This is how in these kind of things this loop will keep increment. And there would be one value like f plus plus 9 plus plus 10. 10 is less than equal to 10. Yes, this also verified. Print 10. Again increase the value of 10 by 1. Now the latest value of f is 11. 11 is less than equal to 10. No, it's not. Then the loop will get terminated. So how this is how this will work. Okay. So let us say let's execute it and see the output whether we get it or not. The expected output. So still like we need to comment that first. What welcome to Hotel Taj. Otherwise it cause problem. So you see, we have successfully printed our values from 1 to 10. First we did it using the while loop. Now we are doing it. So this is very simple and like easy syntax for loop. I hope you don't have any that much question on this. So you have any question on this, Aswini? Is it okay? Like this is the basic syntax of for loop. So you need more explanation.
No questions.
Oh, yep. Yeah. So always remember that this condition will be executed only once at the first time only. Then there is no use of this. Okay. Only first we need to initialize this. We need to define the what is the value of f. Okay. Then every time this is the second condition, third or operations increase, verify this, print, increase, verify, print, increase. No use of that after that. Only once this will get verified. Okay. That's fine. So now I'd also show you some interesting facts you may be not aware about that. Let's say, can we do it like that? Let us say, just copy, paste. Can we define the value? Let's comment it first. We declare this value outside the loop and remove it from here. Can we do like this? We are just first we are initializing the value outside of the for loop, and then we are trying to print this. Let's print it yourself. Let's wait for the output whether we'll get 1 to 10 or not, or any error or something like that. This kind of syntax integer f is equal to 1. Or maybe we haven't closed the previous console, that's why it's taking time. Yeah, let's execute it again. So we are getting like correct output here as well, 1 to 10. So yes, this is the way we may write this for loop. We can define the for loop in this way as well. Okay. So can we do it like this? We are using this increment operator here. So can we write this increment operator is like, let's copy this value, comment, and can we add that from here and do it like that? Can we do it like this? 4 this print, then increase the value, again verify. Can do like, yes, we can do like this as well. Yeah, this will also give the same kind of results. Okay, but don't forget to put these semicolons. This is very important. If you remove it or from here, then entire like this will be an error. This is not the proper. Always expect this. We are separating these values with semicolons. That like syntax, basic syntax of for loop that this C sharp programming has been designed. We'll also get the same kind of output from here as well. Let's see. Yeah, you get 1 to 10. So yeah, this is the like different ways to write for, but always prefer the first. Okay, don't prefer these would, otherwise you will get confused. Always prefer that the first one that we have discussed. This is, yeah, you have to refer this as always this, like first initialize it, then write your condition, then increase or decrease or print your values. Okay, so yeah, so my question to you is that like how to print infinite loop using for loop. We have done infinite loop concept in while loop, but like how to do it in this particular thing. So obviously you need to write the condition in such a way so that you may get it. For an example, let us say uh, right, x is equal to 0 and the condition is like x is less than equal to 10. Okay, or yeah, x is equal to less than equal to 10. Yep, and print x. Now what you need to do, just remove this condition from here. Okay, don't increase the value, don't put increment or decrement operator over here. So if you do like this, you have forgot to like mention that increment operator over here, then what kind of result you may expect? The same kind of result that you find at the time of executing while loop, 0 0 0 0 0. Okay, because the initial value that we have given, the value of x is 0. So always it's waiting. So this is kind of infinite for loop. Okay, so this is how we may like this will always satisfied, will this condition will always getting satisfied because the x, the value of x will always be 0. We are not getting it increased or decreased with anything. That's why it's always true. So how to print this kind of statement, that welcome to hotel Taj kind of statement in for loop. So simply you need to do what you need to do, just define for and remove all these conditions. Okay, remove this condition, this as well. Okay, and simply write welcome to. So you don't specified any condition or any initialization over here. Just two semicolons. This is the syntax, and whatever your action you want to repeat it, just do it like that, and you're gonna see that the same kind of output, infinite outputs from here as well. Yep. So yeah, this is the like some interesting facts I just showing you because this will open your mind. Like, what are the different ways from which we may use these loops? Okay. Yeah. So always remember these concepts. These are very important. Okay. Like you may always at the time of interview there would be some indexing based questions, or there are lots of questions at the interviewer may ask you. Like for an example, like this is very important. Even when I was giving interviewer asked me initially in my initial career, they used to ask me like print even number up to 10 or print even number up to 100. Like question was like print even number from 1 to 10. So it's up to us like which loop we have to use, how to do that. It's everything is up to you. So if you need to do print even number up to 10, then what you will do that? It's very easy. Okay, let me write it like that. Let's write for loop syntax. Okay, so in for loop, let us say m. is equal to 0, or even number, let's say E is equal to 0. Okay. Now we have to define what we have to print, the even number from 1 to 10. So what is the condition of even number? What is even number? You should be aware about the mathematical terms here as well. Okay. So like these zero, there are two kind of number, even and odd. Okay. So like the first even number is 2. We can say int even. First even number is 2, like that can be divided. So even number 2, 4, 6, 8, these are the even numbers, and 1, 3, okay, 5, 7, these are the odds number. So the first even number is 2. Then we have to define the length. Length is already given, the 10. Okay. This length concept we know discuss more in the upcoming session, like array and array list. At that time, I'll explain you that how to calculate. Yeah. So I is less than 10, and then what would be the condition over here? What we need to do over here? We just need to increase our value. Like after 2, the next even number is 4. That means we have add 2 more in the existing even number. After like 4, the next even number is 6. That means we have added 2 in the existing even number. 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10. Means what we are doing, we are doing plus 2 in the existing number. So this condition would be like this: even is equal to even plus 2, right? Just put that, print the even. Yeah. What we are doing here, we are defining the first even number is 2. Okay. Then we'll check the condition over here. 2 is less than 10. Yes, this is less than or equal to, let us say. Then yeah, 2 is less than equal to 10. Print it. Okay. Then increase the value of even by 2. The value of even is 2. Then 2 plus 2 is 4. We'll verify the condition again. 2 is less than 4 is less than equal to 10. Yes, it's print it again. Now we have printed 4. Now the 4 will come over here. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 is less than equal to 10. Yes, print that as well. Let us see the execution. What kind of execution we are going to get. So I think, did we get the output or not? Not yet, I guess. Did we missed something or printed? Let's put one more. Let's comment it as well. So let's say, okay. Just to like make it discriminate, I am writing the printing the random line so that we can identify your answer. Like this should be. Where we are writing correct syntax, integer we are initializing it, integer, this is our condition, and here we are increment and decrement operator, or line of code is seems good. Need to execute it again and see the result. If we are missing something, we'll correct it out, don't worry. I think this, hmm, no, no. I think we are not getting the output because we were expecting 2, 4, 10. Maybe something that we are missing, some curly braces and all. It out from here. Write it. Just a second. Let me verify this. Okay. Let me. Okay. Yeah. Let's comment everything about this. I'll again make it uncommented. So in the entire main method, we just have one syntax only now. That is this for loop, for print even. Oh, so this was the mistake. Even though this is showing an error, we're doing this mistake. So here we are verifying that I is less than. This is not I, or variable name is even not I. Okay, I hope you got this. This is showing the error, even though you are executing it. Don't comment this thing. It was over mistake. Yeah, so try to be catch these kind of things. Yeah, anytime like no one is perfect. Yeah, let's print it. Yeah, you see, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 for the perfect. Initially, what were the mistakes we did? Always, yeah, this is a learning point as well. Always try to, because in programming language, point has its own meaning. You cannot write it like just a dot. Otherwise, this will be an error. This is how you should be aware about the syntax on everything. So I what I did, I just put I over here. The default, I didn't change the value of variable name. That's why it was showing the error and we didn't get that output. So yeah, this is how if this will work. This will print the even numbers. Similarly, this is I have given you one assignment to print. This is in the reverse order 10 to 1. And one more assignment is that it's very easy, like similar to this. Print 1 to 100 odd numbers. Okay, try to do this as well. These are like kind of, you may write it down in your notebook. That is okay, or it would be great if you can write it directly in the Visual Studio files. That would be more relevant. But yeah, you may try it in your whiteboard or kind of. You may share that with me as well. I would be happy to see that. Yeah. So I think that is enough for today. Uh, like we have discussed enough content, and tomorrow as well we'll continue from here. We'll discuss some uh, like more loops, and then we'll start with the array concepts and on. So this is the things from my side. If you guys have any question, then you may ask. Otherwise, we'll meet tomorrow. Yeah, Aswini, what?
I have no questions. Tomorrow I will be joining little late, 10-15 minutes. Is it okay?
Okay, then we'll meet tomorrow at 8:15. Is that fine for you? 8:15 to
Yes,
9:30.
yes, yes.
Okay. So tomorrow session will have like 8:15 to 9:30, or maybe okay, we'll okay, that's fine. So Jesse, please keep in mind tomorrow we are going to meet at 8:15. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.